Okay, I had a student ask me how to solve problem 2-24, problem 24, out of this book right here. See if I can find it for you. Oops. Principles of Finance with Excel. Uh, uh, it's a good book by Simon Benninga. So this is a problem 2-24 out of that book. And so what I did is I just copied and pasted 224 here, and I just put everything we're given down here out of that problem. I'm not going to go ahead and take time out of this video to do that. You can go, if you work along with me, you can pause the video and just kind of put this in just like I did. Okay, so you should have paused the video and put this information in, and now let's go ahead and solve this. And I'm going to do this using a table. But first, let's go, since there's two things we're comparing. First, I'm going to say first salary. And I'm going to say yearly. I'm just going to repeat some of this. Well, let's do it this way. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, we'll just do it this way. We'll go age. And we're going to make a table here. We'll go age. And we'll go without MBA. And we'll do with MBA. Okay, so let's just do it that way. And we want to do, since this is a salary now, and we haven't even considered MBA, so we want to do just what happens at age 31. Okay, now sometimes Excel underlines this automatically because I was trying to think for you, but we don't really want that, so I'm just going to click one of these, hit Format Painter, and I want to make that left. I guess we can leave it right. So the age is 31. And at 31 without the MBA, well, how much are you going to make? Well, it's going to be equal to 50,000. And we're going to have 1 year of growth. So it's going to be times 1 plus this 3% growth rate per year. And so that's going to be my first year. Oops. I forgot. I should have put a time. Sorry, I'm in a hurry here. So 51,500 would be how much you make when you're 31. And we can take this down. They're going to retire the 65th, right? So I'm going to go, one thing you can do, you can type 32 and then highlight 2 of them and drag that down to the 65th, to the 65th year. And so during the 31st year, make it 5150, during the 32nd year, and so on. And then we're going to calculate the salary for the next year. It's going to be equal to whatever we earned the first time times parentheses 1 plus, and this, again, the growth rate is going to be this. Now I'm going to hit F4 here to make that absolute. You can type those dollar signs yourself, or you can hit F4, close the parentheses, and then we'll send that down. And that's how much you made every year after. So I'm going to take that down to a couple decimal places. Don't need all that. Make that 2 decimal places also. If you'd like to, you can make it dollars too. All right, you can highlight it. You copy this format, copy format, and highlight those. Okay. I also like it 2 places though. Okay, so that's how much you're going to earn if you don't do the MBA. Now, if you're going to do the MBA, well, there's going to be 2 years you're not going to be paying anything. So the end of the year here, the end of your 31st year, I'm going to have to pay. I'm going to make it negative. You're going to have to pay $30,000. I'm going to hit F4, and I'm just going to copy that down. All right, then finally, after you've went and earned your MBA, then you can start earning money. And I'm going to start out at $80,000, right? Now, that has to grow, so I'm going to say equals this times parentheses 1 plus. Now the MBA is going to grow at 4%, And I want to F4 that again because I want to make sure it always points to that 4% when I copy it down. And I don't want to F4 this because I always want to point to the salary above, right? So I don't F4 that and make that relative. And let's go ahead and copy this format. You know what? Let's take both these to two. Let's take all this to two places because that seems to be what we're doing here. And then I'll go ahead and copy that down. All right, so that's all our salaries. And now the easy way to do this, there's something called net present value. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go present value. And I'm going to use a formula called, instead of finding the present value of each one of these, I'm going to assume this is year 1, year 2, year 3, or period 1, 2, 3. It doesn't really, I don't really care about starting with 31. I can just say subtract 30 from all this. This is the first year, the second year, and so on. And I can use net present value. So I can go equals net present value. And the rate we're going to use is how much it costs, right? Right here I put retirement age here. I have to fix that in a second. This is how much the relevant discount rate. And then all you have to do is highlight all your cash flows. So how much is that worth right now? $833,000. So all these salaries over your life, if you discount them back to right now, would be worth at 8%. If you do this, would be equal to $833,000. So now if I pursue the MBA, I can just go ahead and copy this formula over. I just got to double check though, because this has to be, I'm going to drag this back over to the 8% because it has to be there, right? And then hit enter. And that's worth 1.1 million, right? So what's the difference? Right now, what would the difference in that value be? It'd be equal to this minus this. So the difference would be $333,690.25. So it's worth $1/3 of $1 million to you right now in today's dollars, to go pursue the MBA. Just go ahead and invest that money in right now, and then you get the more earning power. You have a higher earning power, and you have a higher earning growth in this particular problem. So this is what you're getting. You so you could say pursue the MBA. That would be your answer. I probably spelled pursue wrong. I think it's how do you spell pursue? Anyway, you can say do the MBA. Then I don't have to worry about I'm good at doing that. Do the MBA, because you're going to earn the present value of that is about $1/3 of $1 million, right? Now you could do it another way. I could say difference here. And I could say this equals this minus this. I could copy it down. Okay. I could do the net present. I'll do the net present value right down here of that. Net present value. I'll just say check. And I do net present value. And again, I forgot the equal sign, didn't I? Equals net present value of this rate and these cash flows. And I get the same answer, right? Okay, so I go equals formula text. Okay, so that's basically, that shows you the power of the net present value. The problem with the net present value, whenever you use that formula, let me put that formula down here so you can see that too. The NPV, you always start with year 1, and that's perfect in this case because we're starting with the first year. You're not starting with the 50,000, you're starting with the first year, so that works. You have to, if they were including the first year, then we would you would add it back in outside of NPV. So you go right here, you go you go plus this $50,000 outside of it. NPV doesn't include year zero. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control Z because I don't want that. All right, so hopefully I didn't do fast. Oh, by the way, this should be a discount rate. Okay, so that was a real quick problem. A hypothetical MBA problem. Should I do an MBA or not? If you like this problem and you want to subscribe to my videos, I'm going to have more. Hit the little subscribe button. Also, like it if you like it. That encourages me to do more. Hand any comment below if you have a comment on this. Hopefully that helped, and hopefully I'll see you next time.